Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the Culture Show. As you're doing well, because having a wonderful day on this 19th July 2025. Today we're doing a video that I technically did last week. I thought I uploaded, but it didn't upload correctly, which they gave me a network problem. Then when I came to re-upload this file, I deleted it. So there is this video with me missing. Luckily speaking, we did it last week, so I still remember what was said, which is a freaking miracle. When you know me, it's a miracle. So the video was titled "Not Sure What to Do." So we're gonna be doing this video. I'm gonna talk about what I was talking about, but I'm also gonna give you an update because the situation we had last week has improved, but not really. So the Not Sure What to Do was a video about the government. As you guys know, last week the government called me. They were telling me like, hey, okay, it'll be a long story. I applied for a program called a financial aid, which is again, you do a 40 hours a week, you get a certain salary. They base on a minimum salary. So 40 hours, 40 times the minimum salary. I don't know how much the minimum salary is. So then what they do is, yeah, Christian music, what's up? Now what they do, is this still recording or not? Oh, just stop recording. This isn't recording. I knew it was too quiet for it to be good. So they said, okay, well, you're not allowed to have financial aid because you're working. So when I applied, I didn't have a job. Now I have a job. So like, okay, you're not able. She said, what is your job? Are you happy where you work? And I told them the truth. I told them I was working for an agency company, which they weren't super stable. I told them the truth. Like, there's program, right? And this is where the video starts. Technically speaking, this is the intro done. This is the video where it starts. They told me that, you guys, did you know that there's program for that? And I'm like, that thing, I don't know there's program. She said, well, have you ever thought about coming back to school? Now, I'll be completely honest. One of my biggest regrets is leaving school too early, because the thing is, when I don't know about other country, but in Canada, what's often happen is you're getting people are going to be offering you job that are super advantageous. So what they'll do is, dude, we'll give you this job, we'll give you this salary, and then like, holy shit, this is such a good job. But then you realize that some of your friends that went to school and stayed in school are making twice, 3 times what you're doing because they went to school. And then you get older and like, okay, well, I want to go back to school. Well, now I can't because I have a house. Now I can't because I have a car, So it's kind of like a trap. So you're trading short-term goal for long-term. Short-term being, well, I made a lot of money right now versus what I can do tomorrow. Plus, there's a whole problem of, this is repeat content, but you guys didn't see this video, so there's nothing. So there's these debts. Like, it's not very interesting to see doctors because doctors will have student debts. When you think that you're going to school for 25 years, that's 25 years of student studies, and only 11 of those are paid by the government. The rest is at your, you pay for it. Yeah, a lot of people, they don't go to school because of that, right? Did I not go to school because I didn't have the cash? No. I didn't go to school because I was offered opportunities and I was like, fuck school, I don't like school. Yeah. There's a whole lot of reason for that, but long story short, I felt the system wasn't really fair. I felt that the system was flawed, so I was like, fuck this system, right? More than anything else. So yeah. So, how not to do a video, right? Am I right? So what happened is, I go in and I'm like, okay, well, no, sorry, they call me, see, music. She's putting music. She's louder than any of my neighbors before, and it's been that way since fucking 10 a.m. So 6 hours. I gotta say, I have a lot of respect for the dedication, but not a lot of respect for the work. So, okay, so they call me. This one of my biggest regrets leaving school. They call me and they're like, hey, and he thought about going back to school. And then I was like, well, I don't know because I don't have money to go to school. I need to pay the bills. I need to pay for the rent, right? If it was last year, I could have gone to school because I had money. But now we're not broke, but we're not far from being broke. We're living on the edge. We're edging financially. Edging financially. So it was bad. It was just bad. And then she told me that we can pay you. And I'm like, what you mean? It's like, well, there's a lot of courses we offer. We're looking to help people get certain job, and I'm like, oh wow. And then they even told me how much they're gonna give me. So how much they're gonna give me is like 462 per weeks, which equates to 2,600 per month. No, not at all. Holy shit, I'm far. It's 462, so 450 times 4, which is 1,800. Then you do 16 times 4, which is 64. That's pretty much. You get $1,864 per month, which is a lot of money. And they would help me out. So then I was like, okay, well. And again, they give me they said you can choose. We can help you find a job that is worth it, or you can do this. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. So then the whole video was about, I don't know what to do. I wasn't sure if the school was a good idea, because technically speaking, the school will pay you less than normal salary. I think we're below the minimum salary, to be honest. But at the same time, I'm guaranteed work. So this is a secret, okay? So it doesn't matter what job you take. There might not be offer for a job. So what you do is you'll go to school. If the school is 12 months, you're guaranteed 12 months of salary. You understand? So this could be a good opportunity. However, I went for cooking, which was, my parents were like, yo, you need to find a job. And then what happened is I saw MasterChef. I thought this was the real kitchen experience, when I should have watched a show like Hell's Kitchen. Oh, pimple and ants. I should have actually watched Hell's Kitchen for a more genuine experience of kitchen, but I didn't. So then I went to cooking, and then they were like, yo, you're very nervous, so this is not, you're gonna hurt somebody or yourself, but you're good when it comes to theory, so go in bakery. Tried bakery. I had diploma. We worked a couple of years. Then I was like, I have a diploma, but I'm making the salary of people without, or making salaries of people that are starting out. In my mind, it wasn't really fair. It wasn't really fair. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. How loud is this? But so I was a bit against it. So then I went to a work that I had better pay. Because again, was I passionate about bakery? Yes, I like bakery. Did I have a passion for bakery? No. I could see myself doing some other things. And then I'm like, I have this job that I care a little bit less about, but I'm making a lot more. So let's go with that, right? And at the same time, that job that paid me a lot more, I was able to take breaks. I was able to say, you know what? I'm working with the agency. They're gonna send me someplace that's gonna pay me a lot. After 2 months, I'll quit. I'll take a month off because I was making that much, right? Again, you're younger. I used to work at 2 places. I used to do 70 hours per week. So even if you work only 3 months, 4 months, you're making 70 hours per week. That is 280. 280. You're making 840 hours in 3 months, right? That's a lot of cash. But some of them are overtime. So I didn't mind. And then when it came to the school, I'm like, yeah, but I feel bad about having a diploma but not using it. For example, then they took the course. So the course that I'm interested in is photography, camera work for cameramen, and also a job for glass blower. Glass blower could be cool. So the whole thing of, I'm not sure what to do, was to say, okay, well, do I go to school and take a risk in taking a diploma, or do I go to work? Now, why does it change? Because this was a week ago. Well, no. Yeah, this was a week ago, but we had a interview 2 days ago. Why did it change? Because we had an interview. Why didn't it change? Because we had an interview with the wrong person. What a person that was helping us write a CV, helping us write XYZ, how to do an interview correctly. What is the follow up to a job? What is the right thing to do for follow up? How much time should you wait until you call and say, hey, is the position filled? Are you still looking for people? Because I applied, and we had an interview. So it's more so a prep for in between writing a CV and getting a job, right? More than information. Now, the original video of I'm not sure what to do is, again, super simple. This is such a complex, and this we didn't talk about this in the first video. This is so complex because a lot of the interviews that I have are for a job that is physical. I'm overweight. So they do the interview and they see me, it's like, okay, well, this guy, I'm not sure of his physical capacity because he's overweighted. So I lost a lot of jobs because of my weight, which is true. Now they cannot say because of your weight because this is discrimination, which is illegal, by the way. So you just won't call, you just don't give you a reason. Now, the real question is two things. The real question is, can I actually get a job at a place without losing the weight? Now, the second thing is, if I lose the weight, how many of those jobs that had their door closed to me will have their door open? Different companies that are going to see me and say, hey, this guy's in shape, we're going to hire him, right? And then I wouldn't have to go to school. Problem with going to school is, why take the salary of something that's not worth it? I'm going to give you an example. Okay, you have the choice between two jobs that you don't like. My apologies. Two jobs that you don't like. Now, do I like those jobs? I don't even know. One of them is paying you more. You're already giving yourself shit because you're doing a job that you don't like. Make more. Give yourself some incentive. Incentive, which is money. Let's make more money doing something we don't like than doing something we don't like and making less money. It's just logical, right? So the school, if I'm going into diploma that I think, oh, you know what, this could be cool. Then I'm there for 2 weeks and I'm like, fuck, I don't like it. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to pretend like I like it, so I get a diploma to pretend like, hey, I like it, and then just don't work in this environment. It feels dishonest. It feels really dishonest. There's a whole thing where this is a governmental a program to help people. I have a friend, Sky. She's a single mom with 5 kids. She doesn't have a job. She could use that program more than me. So I feel bad about taking the position of someone. But at the same time, everything happens for a reason. Maybe this program was offered to me for a reason. Maybe my path in life is to follow this program, I have no clue. I have no freaking clue. I'm actually happy about that because I'm giving option. Now the problem with option is there's one good, there's one wrong. And you don't know until it happens. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is, I don't know what to do. What I can tell you is, I don't think there's a wrong option. I think both options are good to some degrees. Going to school is a good opportunity. There has to be something behind it, I just don't know what it is. I just don't know. Because when am I doing this video? The first time, when am I doing this video? The second time is because the first video wasn't posted and it's deleted, so I wanted to redo it. There's two reason is I'm asking for an answer. What should I do? Do I go with the preferred plan of taking your time, going to school, taking a diploma, seeing if it works? If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, at least you tried, or going to job. See, I'm a guy that doesn't like getting help. I don't like getting help at all. It makes me uncomfortable. So going to school and asking for help makes me a bit worried. Because I'm like, dude, they're gonna offer me some help, but if I don't use that help, or if I just take advantage of the help, a lot of people, what they would do, they would go for a diploma with no intention to work. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna get paid by the government. I feel bad about that. I don't feel good about that. I don't know. And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with saying to the professor, like, hey, I don't want to do this course anymore. Give it up, because you're not going to force yourself to do that. But the government, it help you once, it help you twice, it won't help you 4 or 5 times. You say, well, guess what? We already helped you. Time to help somebody else. You know? And then, my fault, but also their fault. I'm 32 years old and never heard of the program, right? Now, if I look for it, no. But if I heard about it before, you see, that's the thing also. If I was 20 years old, I would go for school for no problem. And I'm 32 years old. That make a difference. That make a difference. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The truth is, I never know what the fuck I'm doing. That's part of life. That's part of the fun of life. So, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.